And with ski rifles. I wanted to show off my new shirt that I got at the NRA annual meeting over the weekend. It says Guns and Coffee, and I'll show you the back real quick. I don't drink coffee, let alone Starbucks, but it's a pretty cool shirt and I had to have it, so I can't wait to wear it out in public, especially at some of the malls that I go to. Well, I've got another project that I'm starting. I built one barrel block for a customer, and he liked it so well that he sent me another piece of metal, and we're going to get started on it. I keep one engineer on staff here, and he's got the print already made up with CAD. So we're going to go over that first, look at that, see what it's going to take, and then we'll lay out everything that needs to be done, and we'll get going on the machine. So let's get looking at the print. Alright, we're back, and I'm at the engineer's desk. He went to lunch, and he went ahead and left the print here. I think I'm going to have to fire him. He didn't get any of the measurements that I wanted on here at all. So, of course you can tell all the great colors. It's been printed on the computer. So anyway, the barrel block that we have is just a little bit over 6 inches long. And we're going to have 4 holes, and this is a top view, of course. He did a good job doing that. He didn't give me measurements right here that I'm going to need for my center line for the holes. But what we're going to be is we're going to be a ½ inch from this edge to center on all 4 of these holes. And then from this edge to the center of this hole right here, we've got 975 thousandths. And then the distance between center to center between each of the existing holes is, well, I don't know, he doesn't have it written down on here. But I can tell you that from this edge to the center of this hole is 2.475, and then so on. We're 1.5 inches in between each one. The front, of course this is to scale. I don't know how I'm going to get these angles in there yet, but we'll get it in there. We're going to have 1 inch, 223 thousandths diameter hole. The barrel itself comes out to be about 1 inch, 220. We want to give a couple thousandths in there. And then once we compress the barrel block to tighten it on there, it'll work out just fine. Each one of these holes is going to be drilled and tapped. This is going to be a slit right here. And each one of these holes is going to be drilled and tapped from the top. When I come down, we're going to do 1/4 28. So you're going to have some right here. And then we're also going to have a 5/16 recess in here for the cap screws that we're going to use. So he's got on here that the print's private property, but you know, if you guys want to send me an email or a text message, or a message on YouTube, I'd be more than happy to ship these drawings to you. So let's get started, and I'll show you the barrel block and what we've got going on so far. Alright guys, this is a barrel block. The piece of aluminum that he had actually sent me. I don't know if you can tell by the camera or not, but I've already squared this all up. Of course my mill has been trimmed out really well, and you can tell that in the machining as far as smooth as it is, and it's hard to see right here, but I think. Anyway, I haven't laid the holes out for the top yet, but what I did do, I'm going to bore it first. And I've got the front laid out. We're going to be 1/4 inch from the top to the top of our bored hole. That's going to leave him enough so that for the scope, and I'm not sure how big of a bell objective he's going to have on this, so we want to get this barrel as high as possible so that when his scope does come here, he's not hitting the top of it. And if his scope does hit it just a little bit, more than likely it'll be right around in here, then we can come in here and we can put a recess in this just to miss that. It'd be kind of like a custom look. But alright, so from 1/4 inch from the top is where the top of the bored hole is going to be. And then I've got everything centered up. I've got it marked. You know, this is going to be the center of our hole right here. We're also going to take 1/4 inch of material off the bottom, and I've got that laid out. What I'm going to do is I'll just put that in the mill, and I'll keep milling it out until I get to my scribe line that I've got in here with the red marker. So I think that's about it for now. Next we're just going to stick it in the mill and start doing some cutting. I don't know if I'm going to show, you know, milling off 1/4 inch of all this material. Long and boring, I think, nothing really spectacular. So what I'll probably do is go ahead and put it in a lathe, get everything centered up in the four jaw, get this center line centered, and we'll start drilling and boring and get it ready.